I get questions about my age. To start off, uh, when when uh, when I don't know someone, I don't expect that person to ask me how old I am. So you're asking uh, quite a private question. Although I don't have a problem sharing my age offline. When I go to a social event and mingle with people, they ask me how old I am. Usually they are very very careful. But some of you asking me how old I am very casually, I'm not gonna answer. I'm sorry, but I don't find that the question very offensive or anything. But it's just that I cannot share my age online like that. But let me tell you, some of my friends, most of my friends are married, and they have kids in kindergarten and elementary school. And most of my friends are male, so they have younger wife, and that kind of gives you the idea. Um, Having kids in elementary school. I hope this helps, but I'm not going to reveal my age, although I'm not very sensitive. On YouTube, I just choose not to. And nobody should open their age like this easily. Anyway, that's me. And the follow-up question is, why are you not still married? And that hurts me. Just kidding. It doesn't really hurt me. It's fine. It's fine that you ask me. I got this question quite a few times on the comment session. Well, I have a story. I had a couple of opportunities, and that didn't work out. The first opportunity was with this foreign girlfriend, and she wanted to get married. She wanted to marry me. I wouldn't mind girls proposing me, but in general. But when she did, she didn't really propose me, but she asked me if I was going to. Um, at the time, I couldn't give an answer because I was too young, and also I was not ready emotionally, financially, in many ways. Although she was the type of girl many men should say yes to. She was a great person, and she helped me to grow and mature so much in my life, and I'm still thankful. And she was at the point where she needed to make a decision whether she was going to stay longer in Korea or go home. But her being an English teacher in Korea, it was difficult. It was frustrating because she had a good career going back home, and she was only teaching English at school in Korea because she wanted to see Korea. It was long time ago. It was long before all that BTS, K-pop stuff. And that was that. And that was my first opportunity. But when you really don't want to do something, it's not really opportunity. So let's say if she asked me at different time in my life, I would have said yes. But it was not meant to be. The last time I checked, she went home, and I helped her to go home, like a packing and arranging things, because moving back home is a big thing. So I helped her to do that. Even after we agreed to break up and go separate ways, I thought I had a good breakup with her. Anyway, so last time I checked, she went home, and I think she was doing what she loved, and she married this white dude. She was white, and she married a local white dude, and I heard she was very happy. All the best for her. I'm very happy that it worked out for her. And also me saying yes, like looking back and like holding her around in Korea, where she was doing the job she hated. It's not fair. So I'm happy that I said no to her, and I'm happy that she went home and found the right one. So that was okay. That was okay, and after that, few years later, I was ready, and I was ready to marry this local Korean girl, and I thought I was going to marry her. Actually, two of them. I had two opportunities, and the same thing happened. So I'm going to only share one story because the other time it was very very similar. So sharing one story is enough. So anyway, so this time I was ready. I was making stable income, pretty high, and also I had a good money saved up already. Emotionally, I was ready. I even thought that okay, it's about time. And she had pretty okay job. And also one of them, I even met the parents. Without my parents, I just went to see her parents, and they were lovely people. I don't know, everything seemed pretty good. And uh, something happened. Not one, more than one. Okay, so some of my family members, they did something very stupid and selfish on the same day, and it was really bad. Separately, it's different things they did, and that affected me really badly. And oh, let me say that it's not. It wasn't something illegal, and it was not money related. So it didn't affect my relationship with my girlfriend, but it did affect me really, really badly. I was traumatized by that incident on the same day, and I mentioned I was making a lot of money, right? I had a lot of project going on, and I had to miss that project as well. So it affected me really badly, and that was my first depression. 'Cause last year was my second, but first was quite hard. Even though the last year depression was like way way worse because it was my first depression. It was I don't know in a way it was even more difficult. Anyway, so something happened in one day, and I'm usually a boyfriend that who texts you back quite fast, and someone who usually answers the call unless I'm like working with clients or working out in the gym. Except for those circumstances, I usually always answer call, and I don't hold back to text back. So I'm that type of boyfriend. And my ex at the time, she noticed something was going on. She called me, didn't answer. I couldn't, and then finally, when I did answer, my voice it was shaking, and she knew something was wrong. I didn't want to tell her. I wanted to tell her later because adrenaline was like pumping out badly, and I was shaking physically. You could tell by my voice, and then she was like, "What's going on?" And as much as I didn't want to tell her, she wanted to know, and I felt a kind of obligation to share that. So I did, because it was not a money problem, and it was not a legal problem. And it was not something that affect our relationship directly. I kind of expected, I wanted her to stay by my side, but she said, "Ah, 머리 아파." Like, uh, she said, It's such a headache. It gives me such a headache." She said, and the expression in Korean was very very rude. I still think it was very rude, and I don't think I would have said that to her if I were in her shoes. I would definitely stood by her, um, if that kind of stuff happened to her, and I was her boyfriend. Definitely, definitely. We had a plan to get married, and that whole thing didn't affect her. But she said that is so messed up. It gives me headache, and you and me, it's not gonna work out. I don't want to be the part of this messed up family. Basically, your family is just too bad, and bye bye. That whole thing came out over mouth, in 5 minutes. So I hated her for a long time, but looking back now, putting myself in her shoes, I I feel for her too. Yeah, marriage is not just you and your partner thing. It's also at the same time in Korea at least family and family thing as well. So if you hate my family, if you think my family is just low life, um, then you don't want to be part of it. I get it. Although how she said things to me and how she bailed, I still do not like her. But I wouldn't say I hate her though. But the whole memory, no, like, like sometimes you have a good memory of your boyfriend, and you ended it really badly. Then this whole good memory of relationship, it gets tainted. Does that make sense to you? So looking back, the relationship I had with her, it's bad memory to me. Although I don't blame her for like bailing. Cold feet, okay, because it's her life. It's her choice. Also, similar thing happened to another ex, Korean ex. So two of them bailed me in a very similar manner. When I needed their help, their comfort, they just like, okay, this is not gonna work, and bye bye. Well, I I can look at the bright side. If I did marry them and something like that happened after the marriage, then they want to bail, then that means a divorce. It's not just a big breakup. So I'm kind of glad that happened before marriage. But the problem is I was traumatized quite badly. It took me years to get over it. Am I over that completely? I don't think so because that affects my relationship with the girls. I tend to hesitate a lot to start a proper relationship, whether it's with a Korean girl or foreign girl. I always hesitate so much. I think it's protection system, which is automatic. You can't be too careful, but I'm at the stage where I don't initiate anything or I don't grab that opportunity when it comes around me. So I think that's the downside of that experience. But we all live and learn, and I'm not sharing this to pity myself or anything. It was a long time ago. You should get over your traumas and difficulties, and overall, mm, life is life can be very difficult, and I don't think my life is the most difficult story among the people I've met in my life. So I shouldn't really complain. I am not complaining, and also I'm not blaming all my exes. Well, the same way I also said no to my foreign girlfriend, like back in the day. So I guess she was very hurt as well. So fair game. Life can be very unfair, but it also depends on how you look at it. Life can be perfectly fair. I tend to look at my life in a very fair way. Otherwise, sometimes it crushes me emotionally because I cannot take the things that happen to me without me messing it up. So that's where I'm at. And okay. Like back in old podcast, I mentioned like money problem, stuff like that. But I also have this emotional problem to pursue relationships. So I am very, very, very careful. But at the same time, I really want to date because man has needs. So do I. But again, having a girlfriend is not my number one priority. Getting married is not number one priority. And also, I'm at the stage where maybe marriage might not happen at all in my life. And I have him, right? My dog is actually, he was abandoned by his original owner. It's quite common in Korea. girls abandon their pets, whether it's cat or dog. They tend to abandon their pets right before their marriage because the husband has an allergy, husband doesn't like it. That happens a lot. And in my case, his first owner was getting married. With all the things considered, I'm pretty sure she was getting married, which was why she abandoned him. So he was in some type of shelter. He had a foster family. Do we use foster parents for pets? But he did have a foster parents for 1 year, and then they also had a situation where they couldn't take care of him anymore. So I applied to adopt him, and when he was 3, I adopted him, and it was like 4 years ago. Um, and if marriage doesn't happen, I if he leaves me, then I could save uh, a dog in a poor situation like him again. At least I can do some good for the animals. I don't know. But I want to get married. I want to have kids, hopefully. But the circumstance doesn't allow me to do so. That's also okay. And like living with him, it's been very special. Um, so yeah, I mean we are family as well. So I already have a family with him. I, except for my parents. Obviously, we live separately. They live in Seoul, but my family is him right now. I want to do best for him all the time. So being single ain't so bad. And someone said learning how to enjoy the solitude is a very dangerous thing because it's highly addictive. Um, I I understand that. I think, although last year through my hardship, I really wished someone was beside me, not because I needed or wanted just to solve this problem, to go through this hardship, but last year was probably the first time I felt like truly lonely. Except for him, throughout the year, I felt truly alone. But I mean, we come here alone and leave here alone, right? But still, I really wish that someone was there, like to comfort me. I was in a bad stage. If you watch my early vlog in my channel, when it's summer, when I talk on the camera, you could tell I was depressed. I was also all this YouTube experience. It helped me to go through it because I wanted to do something to get through this. Which was why I was still doing the vlog when I was in a bad stage. And David told me to hide it, but I don't think I did such a good job, like hiding my depressed feelings. But anyway, I'm very good now. I'm very good now, and your comments are one of the reasons why I got a lot better. And I hope I answered some of your questions. Why aren't you married? How old are you? Blah blah blah. So this is a brief story. I don't think you wanted to hear all the details. So here I am, and I hope you liked it. And I'll come back for more questions later. Thank you for watching. Bye.